What's up, YouTube? It's the Action Figure Grader coming back to you with a video. And I just got back to town after a way too long vacation, and I'm happy to be back. And one item that I received from a viewer slash friend is this really cool Healey-Made kind of custom figure of Bossk. He knows I love Bossk. Thank you, Stuart, for the awesome figure. And I didn't have time to put a video together before I left town, but I thought that we would talk about him and then kind of parlay that into this discussion about this Mexican bootleg Bossk that I had graded that returned from Collector Archive Services a while back. And then I also, just for presentation purposes, I did pull off my my Hong Kong Bossk with the flat limbs. Just so you can kind of compare the two, or the three, I should say. But this is a really cool custom that I was given as a gift, and I love it. It's super cool. I'm going to try and take him out of here really carefully. It comes with this really cool display box. I've seen Healey-Made before. I didn't know much about them, but apparently, according to my buddy Stuart, he said that they made these kind of wrestling figures of Bossk, IG-88, and Greedo. And he sent me a photo of his IG-88 and Greedo, which I will put at the end of this video, just a picture of it so you can kind of take a closer look at it. But it comes with this really cool presentation box. And then here's the figure. He's got kind of a wrestler pose, but the face is very reminiscent of the vintage figure. But look how cool that is. It's great. I love how similarly the face is lined up. But Bossk has clearly been hitting the gym since the 1980s. I mean, he has put on some muscle. He kind of looks like me. Oh, I'm kidding. But no, he's got the cool wrestling outfit on. He's even got knee pads and a little nice wrestling bikini bottom there. Just really sexy overall. I love it. I love the red eyes. But a very cool kind of, custom that I was given as a gift, and I really appreciate it. Thank you very much. And it will fit in very nicely with my other Bosks that I've got so far. So I love them. Very, very cool. And so I just thought I'd show that. And like I said, at the end of this video, I will show you some others that Stuart has of IG-88 and Greedo that are really cool. In kind of like, how I typically do it now with my videos. So just look for that at the end. All right, so now here is a really interesting bootleg. I don't know much about it. I got it from a bootleg dealer down in Mexico, who's a buddy of mine. He claimed that this is a late 1990s Mexican bootleg Bossk. Now, a word of warning. Typically, when you see kind of these legs like this, and I am not an expert, believe me. I don't know nearly as much as I probably should about bootlegs, but what I've learned from those in the know in the bootleg world is that typically when you see the legs like this, where there is kind of like a filmy kind of remaining plastic between the legs, that usually signifies that it's a modern. And there are plenty of moderns like this, modern kind of customs that are not real true bootlegs, just like this, but they have squid head arms. That's one of the telltale signs. Now, they've gotten a little smarter, the modern kind of customizers down in Mexico, where they fixed the arms, and instead of having squid head arms, they have the more traditional Bossk arms. I've seen those for sale recently on eBay for $10-20. But anyway, this one is apparently a late 1990s bootleg. They basically took the Kenner mold and just redid it. It's got kind of a greenish finish to it, along with some black. Here is what the label says on it. It's a 1990s Mexican Star Wars Bossk unarticulated bootleg, black/Lily Letty stamp on the back. And I talked about this during the unboxing, but you can kind of see this Lily Letty logo on the back of here. So I was a little scared about it when I got it, because typically that probably means it's a customizer. But apparently this one is a 1990s, based on everyone I've talked to. Who knows? Who knows? I liked it enough to get it, and I went ahead and got it graded because I was sitting in a huge batch. But it's just really tough to know exactly what era some of these bootlegs are. But I've heard anything from mid-1990s all the way to late 1990s, and there's going to be some people, I'm sure, that think this is a modern, but I don't think it is, just based on who I bought it from. So, but a very, very cool figure nonetheless, and I really like it, and he fits in really nicely with my others. But you can kind of see that, I mean, basically it's a direct copy of the Kenner figure. I'll put it back a little bit so you can see everything. But, you know, the feet, it's got a narrower stance, but that's just because of this mold of Bossk. But there's plenty of them that have a narrower stance that were, you know, licensed figures. So, but otherwise, it's, you know, it's basically the exact same figures, just, you know, recast in, you know, static plastic. So, but I love it though, and it's just so weird. And, you know, now that I've got this custom to go along with it, and a few graded Kenners so far. I've even got a 77 back A that's AFA 85. So I've got a few Bosks now in my collection. I'd love to get an Empire Strikes Back card, but man, they are expensive. So that might have to wait. But anyway, I'm going ahead and making this video now on Sunday. I just got back to town late yesterday. I do have some items that I think should be coming in the mail tomorrow, including some really beautiful ungraded first-generation Polish bootlegs that I think should be here tomorrow. If not, they'll be here soon. So I look forward to showing those to you before I send them off to CAS, because they are very, very nice figures. So, but anyway, I just thought you guys would like to take a look at it. Thank you again, Stuart, for the awesome custom from Healey-Made. And I'll have some more photos at the end of this video for you all to take a look at. Thanks for watching, and it's glad to be back. I'm really, really glad to be back. So hopefully we'll be talking more about action figures and less about, you know, going to the beach and putting sunscreen on my kids, if you know what I mean. Talk to you soon. Talk to you soon.